Happy Friday, everyone. I hope that you've had a very blessed week and you're getting ready to have an incredible weekend. Well, I'm your host, Zach Shoemaker. I'm currently in Kansas right now. But today is a very special episode. As you know, we're in the midst of the Compton Magic series. And after you get to hear from some of the very special people that make Compton so great, you now get to hear from one of the top players that's ever come from the Compton Magic program. In fact, he's the number one overall player in all the country, and that's Evan Mobley. Now, Evan's not the only star that you're going to be able to hear from this series. So make sure to stay up to date on this series, further episodes and stuff going on SchuZ Views, and of course my show on YouTube called The Breakdown. By following me at Zach Shoemaker on Twitter and Instagram. That's at ZACH_Shoemaker, which is SCHUMAKER. Because you're not going to miss hearing what's in store, and you're going to want to stay up to date, I promise you. But with that being said, let's hop right in. I couldn't be more excited than to welcome on the California Gatorade Player of the Year, a two-time gold medalist, the Press Enterprise Player of the Year, the guy who's been called the greatest recruit in California history, who's getting comparisons to NBA MVPs Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's recently become USC's highest commit ever, surpassing the likes of NBA All-Star DeMar DeRozan, former top recruit and 8-year NBA veteran O.J. Mayo, 2019 first-round pick Kevin Porter Jr., and of course his brother Isaiah Mobley, and the consensus number one player in all the country, and Evan Mobley, to the second episode of the Compton Magic series. What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good. So let's jump right in. I mean, you just recently commit to USC. Talk about the decision and why you decided to go there.
It's just a great school. My dad coaches there now, and also my brother. And the education there is great, and I believe that was the best fit for me.
What had the greatest impact on your decision to commit to USC? Was it your dad being a coach, potentially playing with your brother, the education, or just being able to stay home and live in California still?
I think it was just all together, like all the benefits that come from all of those things.
Talk about the importance of education to you. I mean, you have a 4.0 GPA. Who kind of instilled education into you?
My mom, she works in the education system, so she's very high on education, and also me, I just want to be the best person I can be.
Were there any other schools that you were heavily considering?
In the beginning, I was considering many different Pac-12 schools and stuff in the beginning of the recruiting process. And then as it went on later, I just started thinking USC was the best fit.
Is anyone in your life, either friends or family, that kind of helped influence you to go attend USC?
No, but I have some family that been to USC and like graduated from there. So like they helped like influence me and like show me and tell me how good of a school it was.
When did you start realizing and knowing that USC was the right school?
At the end of the recruiting process, everyone was already anticipating it, of course, but after talking to Coach Enfield and my dad and my family, making the family decision that it was really the best fit and I really wanted to go there, that's when I like really started thinking like this is the best school that I can go to.
Being able to play alongside your brother potentially next year would be a dream come true, I think, for any brother. But are there any other guys you're really looking forward to playing with?
Yeah, Big O and Ethan and Max and basically all the freshmen I'm really close with. All of them, I hung out with Big O and Max and all of them when we were playing travel ball. So we're all really close. So I look forward to playing with them as well.
Are you kind of part of the recruiting process, or has USC let you know about any other guys that are trying to go attract and bring on to your recruiting class with you?
A little bit. They kind of let me in and see who they want. I'm just always trying to make sure that USC is a great team and like we're going to be great in the future as well.
Being able to land guys like your brother and O and a lot of you guys, and then obviously having you being the number one player, I mean, that sets them up to being one of the most elite recruiting classes in back-to-back years.
Yes. With my brother going there and all the freshmen, I know they're trying to rebuild the legacy and just go up from there.
What are you the most excited for about playing college basketball?
Just the experience of going and playing college basketball, the arena, the different coaches. I know Coach Enfield, he's going to be a great coach and just learning and trying to get better.
Absolutely. You obviously have the ceiling that's higher than pretty much any player maybe we've ever seen come up from a high school prospect. But talk about some of the guys that you kind of base your game around, or guys that USC fans can expect to see pieces of, or someone that's a lot like your game, that possibly in the NBA or former USC players.
As you mentioned before, I try to model my game after KD and Giannis a little bit. I've been working on my shot a lot, so I feel really comfortable. You see a couple threes go up. Sometimes I might push the ball. I'm definitely going to be in the post, blocking shots, just stuff like that, stuff that Giannis and KD do.
Being a 7 foot player that so many years ago was a locked in center. I mean, some people obviously say you're the highest prospect since Tyson Chandler. I mean, you are able to block shots like he did, but yet Tyson obviously was a dominant big man. You're someone that, like you said, can push the ball and shoot threes, which is something that is why you regard as one of the most elite prospects ever from California, if not ever from high school, period.
Yes.
A lot of people have been talking about it for a while now about potentially going straight to the NBA out of high school. And obviously, it's not a rule yet. But if that was an availability, would that be something you would have considered?
Yes, I would consider it, but I would have to weigh all the options and see which was the better path, and whatever was the better path, I would probably take. But as of right now, obviously college is the best path for me, which is why I chose to commit.
Did you ever consider skipping college and either just working out or playing the G League or possibly going overseas, like we've seen guys like RJ Hampton and LaMelo Ball and Terry Armstrong do?
No, I never really considered that. I've always thought of going to college, um, even as a young kid. So I never really considered the other options.
I think that's definitely one of those things where it really just depends on the person. I think clearly so far we've seen LaMelo Ball, it's looking great for him. I think it's going to work out great for Terry and RJ, and it's done well for a lot of the players. But it really just depends on who you are as a player and how it's able to progress you and what point of your basketball career you're at.
Yeah, I agree with that.
hmm You were able to go play for Team USA this year. You were cut a little bit short because of an injury. But just talk about that. I mean, that's one of the highest honors for any basketball player in the world to be able to represent and wear that Team USA jersey. So what was it like and what has it been like playing and wearing that Team USA jersey?
It was just great to represent my country and play for our country, and just the experience of experiencing a different country, how the culture, their lifestyles, and also just playing against different players in different competition. It was just a great experience.
You do get that sense of pride just knowing that you're representing an entire country and a lot of people are watching you. I mean, and you're able to do it multiple times. So, I mean, talk about that and what kind of pride it was being able to go out there and once again wearing that Team USA jersey and knowing that you're representing an entire country.
I believe that wearing that jersey is just an honor, and like not everyone gets to wear that jersey, so you have to treat it with respect and like go out there and play your hardest every game.
What's your thoughts on potentially playing for Team USA either in the Olympics or in the UA?
I would definitely do it again, go to the tryouts, and if I make the team, I would definitely try to represent my country and do the best I can.
So, what would you say, in your opinion, it was your favorite experience? I mean, I'm sure in terms of playing, obviously, it was the first time, but just the overall atmosphere and which country did you kind of like more in terms of Argentina or Greece?
I'll probably say Greece. I like the European vibe and like how the European life is. We got to go to the beach out there. It was really nice, and I just enjoyed Greece a lot.
You were cut short a little bit with the back spasm. So, did the injury occur heading into the Greece games, or did it occur when you were there?
At the trials, I was feeling it a little bit, but I was just pushing through it. I thought it would just be fine. I could play through it and stuff. And then it just kept getting worse and worse. So I just thought it was the best decision to just sit out and chill so it doesn't get worse and like actually really hurt it.
Would you say you're 100% now?
Yes, I would definitely probably say I was 100%.
That's big time. What would you say is the one biggest lesson or part of your game that you kind of took away from your time with Team USA?
They're all college coaches. So there's a lot of things that you had to pay attention to that you don't necessarily have to pay attention to in high school. So it was a big step up, and I was also playing against 19-year-olds. So every like little mistake you cannot make, you gotta do it as perfect as you can, and like try it as hard as you can. There's no breaks.
1 or 2 years isn't necessarily a lot of time difference, but in terms of that's the difference between being an adult and still being a teenager. So being able to have that difference, just a grown man's kind of body against you, is something that definitely you can learn from and take into your game.
Yeah, definitely.
And being able to be a part of Team USA means you're one of the top players, and which is why you're obviously the number one player in the country. So you've been able to win a lot of accolades and awards. So talk about being able to win the Gatorade Player of the Year for California last year.
It was just a great honor. Honestly, didn't see it coming, but somebody told me I got it, and I was very appreciative.
California is one of the most stacked states in terms of talent that comes out of it, especially now. So being able to be one of the top players as not even being a senior, so being a junior is huge.
Yeah, definitely.
What's one award you're really focusing or one achievement you really want to achieve this upcoming season?
I definitely want to win CIF and state this year. I want to put that under my belt. Gatorade Player of the Year would be good again.
In terms of California, this upcoming season will be crazy. I mean, you look at all the guys. I mean, there's so much talent. Obviously, a lot of media attention is going towards what Theo Canyon's building, what Dior and Josh are teaming up doing. But I think at the end of the day, you are the number one player, and having someone like Dominic alongside you and a lot of other guys can prove to be huge for you.
Yeah, our team's going to look a little different this year without Isaiah because we don't have two bigs this year. But I feel like we're going to be really good still, and we're just going to play faster.
Why originally did you and Isaiah decide to attend Rancho?
Basically, the coaching, because Coach Ray, we've known him like our whole lives, and we know that he's a great coach. So we decided to go there and just build the team from the ground up.
Being able to play alongside Isaiah for 3 years.
We just have a great relationship. He called me today, like even when he's at USC and stuff, he FaceTime me or whatever, and we like just talk about what's going on. And sometimes he'll come down on the weekends and like hang out for a little bit, or I'll go up there and like hang out at USC, and we just have a great relationship.
The brother connection is always something that's valued a lot, especially in sports, because that's something that's really a hard thing to do. It just to have two guys go to college that are brothers, but especially to have two top-ranked guys that are both eventual pros and potentially will be playing in the NBA together. I mean, that's gonna be something that is really something special.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever talked about a potential teaming up in the NBA and what that looked like?
we definitely talked about it, but we don't really have any control over that. So like we just talk about it for fun and like it'll be cool. Or even if we play against each other, it'll still be cool.
What would you say your relationship with him is like, just in the everyday life, especially when you guys were together the last few years? What's it like, and how do you guys bond and connect?
Anywhere we go or he goes, I usually go along with. So we're just always together, like 24/7 when he was here. So
Mm-hmm.
we just have that great relationship.
Talk a little about your role this upcoming season with Rancho.
I'm a centerpiece to a lot of teams. We're just trying to give me the ball inside and out. And like if I rebound, I can push the ball, distribute. A lot of plays go to me, but the plays are like they know that the teams are gonna single me out and try to double team or whatever their plan is. So we have a lot of counters to that.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of the key contributors alongside you. So talk about some of those guys.
I think just the whole team is gonna be a great contribution to our success. Like Dom is gonna be a great scorer, passer. Luke, a lot of people don't know who he is. He's a great shooter and a slasher. He can also post up as well. Bryson, he's very athletic. He uses his body well. And Jaden Byers, he's very good on the ball, coming off pick and rolls, and he has a great pull up. So all those pieces, I think we should be really good this year.
You and Dominic being the two lead guys, two top 50 players, and talk about how you guys kind of play off each other and slash play along with each other.
We just play along with each other. We're trying to get a great two-man game with the pick and roll. If the other team helps, Dom's open. If they don't help, I'll be open in the paint. So like we're just gonna have that duo.
But talk about what it's like being the number one player.
There's a little bit of pressure, but honestly, I just try to focus on myself and try to focus on getting better every day because rankings could change any day, and I just want to be the best I could be.
Even though you're number one overall, which is rare to say, but you are underrated in the terms that there's so many guys that have high social media profiles, and that obviously talks about a lot. And for you, for a lot of people that aren't directly involved with high school basketball, they might not realize that you are ranked number one. But just talk about that and why you, in your opinion, you see that maybe you don't get enough attention as you probably do deserve.
I think it's because my game is so simple. If it's post play, like it's probably gonna be a dunk, and like when I do dunk it, it looks so easy. So I feel like the people want to see highlights. Also, bigs aren't very noticed out there, even though like some bigs are definitely, but it's usually the guards and stuff that get more publicity. I'm not really tripping over it. It's
Hmm.
just how it is.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of Magic coaches and people talk about that about you. You're the number one player, and that's obviously reckoned around all of high school basketball. But at the same time, you just keep working. You just do what's simple. You don't do the extra stuff, and it's just you just play basketball at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Centers were a little bit more popular a while ago with obviously Dwight Howard and Shaq and some of them,
yeah,
but then it kind of died off. But seeing guys like Embiid and Gobert and Jokic and a lot of the guys, Boogie Cousins, I think it's starting to come back, which would be huge, especially for you getting there and you being a perfect modern day big man slash forward.
yeah. The bigs are coming back because the bigs are starting to get guard-like skills and
Hmm.
start bringing the ball up like Giannis does and shooting the ball like KD does.
So one of those things that you've been with a long time that's helped develop you into these skills has been Compton Magic. So talk about why you first decided to go and play for Compton Magic.
My dad and Atobe would talk, and like they were pretty close. And then so they started a younger team, and that's when I first joined Compton Magic when I was like 14 or 13. When they first started the younger team, and then I just always stuck with them ever since.
Is there one memory that you'll never forget about from your time there?
A lot of the trips that we go on, there's a lot of memories being made with basketball wise and also like off the court at hotels and stuff. It's just very fun when we go on the trips.
No doubt. I think that's one of the best parts about AAU and just sports in general. Just always being able to build relationships that's going to last the rest of your life.
Hmm.
And talk about your teammates and some of the guys that helped make the time so special there.
Johnny Juzang, Jalen Clark, Isaiah, Big O, all of them made it really fun. Oh, Isaiah Hill, Kadar, Jared Lucas. Like one of the best times was when we went to play Team Takeover. That was really fun, and we won the game. And like after we were all hyped and like having fun on the bus and dancing and stuff.
Talk about some of the things that separates Compton from every other team.
I think we just like build our team from the ground up. They're all like homegrown guys. We all are very close. It's just like a family based program, and like we all stick together through thick and thin. So that's why I think
Hmm.
they're so successful.
Absolutely. That's what all the Compton Magic people talked about. I mean, you see that it's something special than every other club team and really any other high school team as well that you guys stay together, pretty much the entire core team stays together for all 4 years. So you're able to build that super strong, close knit relationship with everyone for a long time, which is creates a really good unity and a great team.
Yeah.
What would you say has been the biggest thing you worked on improving this summer?
Gaining weight and getting bigger and going in the weight room a lot more. I'm still working on that. Still got a little bit to go to get on gaining weight, but also I've been working on uh, a little bit of guard skills and shooting a lot. So you're probably gonna see a little bit more shooting and stuff in season and dribbling and bringing the ball up.
That's huge. Is there kind of a recommended or weight you're trying to get to?
No, I don't have like a set goal to get to, but whenever I feel I'm solid, then that's like what I'm gonna probably maintain and stay at.
Is there one part of your game that if you add, it'll take your game to a whole nother level?
I think definitely shooting. If I have a knockdown shot every single time, like KD does, then I think it would be unstoppable. Because
Hmm.
just like KD, like they can't guard him because he can just shoot over everybody because he's so tall. And if they pressure up too much, they can just go by or post up if the guard's too little. So like it's just unstoppable.
That's definitely something that you can't really stop, like you said. I mean, you have pretty much all the characteristics to be just like him.
Yeah.
Within the Common Magic organization, what are some of the impacts that the coaches have had on your life?
Beethoven had a huge impact on my life. Coach Spoon, Coach Doug, my dad when he was the coach for Compton Magic. Just a lot of coaches had huge impacts on my life and the process of getting better.
What's the one biggest thing you took away from Compton?
Just like the brotherhood we had and like the family we have with them.
Talking a little bit more about family. What's the importance that your family has on you?
They just are great supporters with whatever I want to do. They always believe in me and always want to have me do my best, and they always push me.
Definitely always having that supporting cast is huge.
Hmm.
Another thing that really stands out to me about you and your family is that you guys do have foster kids and you guys are really engaged in just helping others. I mean, that's something that's in my family, for those that know, I mean, my sister was adopted from Bulgaria as well. So, I mean, just being able to help other people and have someone not necessarily blood related, but that becomes family. But talk about that and what it's like having foreign exchange students and also having foster siblings now in your life.
It was just a cool experience. You get to learn from them. Our foreign exchange student, I learned from him a lot because he comes from a different culture. And then with our foster kids, we just have a great connection. Like, we see him as family now. It was just fun growing up with him.
When it's all said and done, you retire from playing basketball. It's something that you really want to be remembered by.
How hard I played and how I left everything on the floor.
The final thing I would like to wrap up about, since faith obviously is a super important thing in my life, how would you say God's helped you and got you to the point you're at today?
He's helped me a lot. Whenever I struggle, I always just pray. Just try to include him in my life and everything I do. I try to play for him on the court. And also, any struggles I have, I just take to him. And he blessed me with his body, and I just try to take care of it.
God always gives us so many different blessings, and it's just how do we use it? And when we're able to find out and utilize those blessings, it's something that obviously is created for what He wants us to do, and it's something amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely appreciate you taking your time to come on here today, my guy. Best of luck this upcoming season. I'm excited to see what God's got in store for you from here on out in your upcoming long and storied career. Best of luck.
All right. Thank you.
All right, no problem. God bless.
All right.
Alright, folks, that's episode 2 of the Comedy Magic series. It's now in the books. But trust me, you're not going to miss hearing because I got Issa Silva coming up next. You got Mikey Williams, Zion Sutton, and so much more coming up in the coming weeks that, trust me, you're not going to miss. So make sure, once again, go follow me as Zach Shoemaker on Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date on this series because you're not going to miss a single thing. Also, you're going to want to stay up to date on my show, The Breakdown. Yes, I'm involved right now, and trust me, I'm going to get some stuff done, and hopefully we can get this breakdown back up and going, and you're not going to miss a single one of those episodes on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to my channel at The Breakdown. You're truly not going to miss that. But no matter what platform you're listening to this on right now, make sure to go like, subscribe, comment, and keep spreading the message. I appreciate everyone. And that being said, SchuZ is out. Everyone go be the light of God, and God bless.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.